everyone, let me take you on a journey through some incredible topics that show how science shapes our world. From genetically modified organisms to the information society, historical antecedents, intellectual revolutions, and the vital role of biodiversity, we'll explore how these ideas connect society, technology, and the environment. But first, let's talk about what is GMO, or genetically modified organisms. GMO are organisms whose genetic makeup is artificially changed through genetic engineering to add traits like pest resistance or improved nutrition. For example, a golden rice is biofortified with genes to produce beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, helping address malnutrition in many countries. Another example is BT corn uses a gene from a soil bacterium, Bacillus thuringiensis, to produce a protein that kills pests like a European corn borer. And another example is glowfish. They're zebrafish modified to glow, originally to detect water pollutants, but now they're popular as pets. People might ask, are GMOs safe to eat? An extensive research shows that GMOs are as safe and healthful to eat as their non-GMO counterparts. So GMO and non-GMO corn are both equally healthful. GMO foods are held to the same food safety standards as non-GMO foods. GMOs aren't just for plants. In medicine, pigs are genetically modified for xenotransplantation, where their organs could be used for human transplants. In 2022, a man in the US received a pig heart transplant and survived for 2 months, a huge step forward, but the human body often rejects these organs, so there's still work to do. In conclusion, I've learned that GMOs are a powerful tool in science, offering solutions like fighting malnutrition with golden rice, protecting crops with BT corn, and even advancing medicine through xenotransplantation. But they also bring challenges like environmental risk, health concerns, and ethical dilemmas about altering nature. To make the most of GMOs, we need to balance their benefits with careful consideration of their impacts, ensuring they contribute to a sustainable and equitable future. Now let's dive into biodiversity, the incredible variety of life on Earth. From tiny microorganisms like mycoplasma to massive blue whales. It includes genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity, like the forest and oceans that make our planet so unique. Biodiversity is super important because it provides ecosystem services like food, clean water, air, and even cultural inspiration. In the Philippines, a biodiversity hotspot, we have unique species like the Philippine eagle and tamarao, but these are at risk due to habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. What is pollution anyway? Our world is amazing, right? It's full of oceans, forests, and all kinds of cool animals. But sometimes people forget to take care of it. That's when pollution happens. Pollution is when trash or harmful things get into our air, water, and land. The sad reality is that biodiversity loss is a huge problem. Half of the world's species could be extinct by 2050. In the Philippines, 211 wild fauna and 526 wild flora are threatened. Causes include deforestation, overexploitation, invasive species, and weak resource management. For example, species like the Philippine crocodile are critically endangered. In summary, I learned that biodiversity is the backbone of healthy ecosystems and human survival. Protecting it, especially in hotspots like the Philippines, is crucial. We need to act through conservation and sustainable practices to ensure a vibrant, diverse planet for the future. Now let's talk about information society, a world where creating, sharing, and using information drives our economy and culture. This is all started in the information age, around the late 20th century, when computers and the internet made information super accessible. I discovered the difference between data and information. What is the difference between data and information? Data and information are related concepts, but they are not the same thing. Data refers to raw facts and figures that are collected and stored but have not yet been processed or analyzed in any way. For example, data could be a list of sales figures, the temperature readings taken at regular intervals, or a set of survey responses. Data is objective, unprocessed, and meaningless until it is organized and given context. Information, on the other hand, is data that has been processed and given meaning. For example, a report on sales figures that includes trends, comparisons to previous periods, and projections for the future is information. Information is subjective and can be influenced by the way data is processed, organized, and presented. Data is the starting point for creating information. Data can come from a variety of sources such as surveys, experiments, transactions, and observations. Data can be quantitative, meaning it consists of numerical values, or qualitative, meaning it consists of non-numerical values. Data can also be structured, meaning it is organized into a well-defined formats such as a database. Data can also be unstructured, meaning it is not easily organized into a specific format such as text from a social media post. Information, on the other hand, is data that has been processed, analyzed, and given context, making it more meaningful and useful. The process of converting data into information involves several steps such as data collection. The first step in creating information is to collect data. This can be done through various methods such as surveys, experiments, transactions, or observations. The second one is data preparation. The next step is to prepare the data for analysis. This involves cleaning the data to ensure that it is accurate, complete, and consistent, and then organizing the data into a format that makes it easier to analyze. The third one is data analysis. After the data is prepared, it can be analyzed to identify patterns, relationships, and trends. This can involve statistical analysis, machine learning, or other methods. The fourth one is data interpretation. The final step is to interpret the data and present it in a way that makes it meaningful and useful. This can involve creating reports, charts, graphs, or other visualizations, or summarizing the results in a written report. In summary, data is the raw material while information is the process, organized, and meaningful result of converting the data into a useful form. By transforming data into information, we can make better decisions, understand complex relationships, and communicate insights more effectively. That will be all for our STS presentation. Thank you for watching.